Liam, nice to get a late goal. It's been a difficult week for you off the field as well, but it must be some result to get a nice late goal.
Yeah, I think I was stood on the touchline and you do start thinking, and I just always felt we'd get something at the end. Listen, we were by far the better team. We played some good stuff. We created numerous chances. Billy's side's very, very skilled. He schooled the referee from the first couple of minutes. He was weak and they dominated it. Our side is young, and that's what we've got to remember. It's a young team. There's lots of early 20s all around it, and at times they are naive, but that's the decision the club wanted to go with in the summer. And when they have a little wobble, we've got to stick behind them. And Connor Woods turned up today. He was very, very good. You got Cameron Ansby coming on, he's 19. Dylan's come on, he's young. The three centre halves are 21, 22. All over the pitch is young, and we're trying to get them playing a little bit different. And it will take time, and they need support. And I have got to say, the fans were brilliant today. They've stuck behind us. Not one moan, not one groan. In the end, I think they were there sucking to get the equaliser in just before. Jordan's had a great chance as well. Keeper's pulled a good save off, but I was proud of the players. They really proud of them.
Yeah, it's been a difficult week for you personally, hasn't it?
Yeah, incredibly. I said you only have one dad. Mine was a good dad, and for him to pass away, obviously it's affected Niall because he was close to his granddad. That's why he wasn't involved today. But what I will say, I've had great support from the club, from the people in and around the club, and my staff, Macca. The one thing I didn't want to do was on Wednesday. I wasn't in a place where I wanted to give an interview, and I asked Macca to do it. I've only ever asked him to do one before, and that was against Bradford, and we'd won. I said, so I think it's a cop-out when a manager sends his assistant, especially on a home game when we've lost on the first game, even though I thought we actually did alright on Wednesday. So I didn't want to send him out, but circumstances dictated.
I think everybody understood that, Liam.
Yeah,
I think that the fact that you stayed for the whole game, having found out about your dad just before kick-off, says it's a testament to you and your devotion to the club.
Yeah, there was that, and there was also Niall was involved in the squad, and if you seen me disappearing, you'd have been wondering what was going on. It wouldn't have took an awful lot to work out. So I had to put Niall first. And again, sometimes you've got to do your job.
Yeah. So it was a deserved point, isn't it? At the end of the day, if we'd have lost that today, we'd have felt a bit down, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I said sometimes you get a point with like you get a last minute draw. It feels like a win. That felt like a massively like a win to me. And you could see, I thought we had a really good spell, and then their goal come from nothing. I think it was the only attempt.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Walker's had one early on, but and the heads never dropped. We went a bit quiet, but the heads never dropped, and they kept on going, they kept on probing. Morgs nearly equalised us just on half time. I've got to commend him as well, by the way. Nice that he's been 100 league games nowadays for a non-league club. It doesn't happen very often, so he's been fantastic for me since I come back to the club, and he is our captain, so it's great for him. Great to get a nicest family there as well.
Yeah. It's irony in a way that there was quite a lot of time wasting, to say the least, today, and we scored with 4.5 minutes into added time, which was probably mostly time wasting time.
Listen, you don't need me to say he was one of the worst referees we've ever had. Couldn't speak to him. He ran away every time he went near him. But the time wasting, if he'd booked the referee, he'd booked the keeper after 20 minutes, and George is a good lad, he's played for me, so he knows the game. I said he waits till the 80th minute to do it. I said, that's probably why he's at the level.
Yeah, okay. Jordan Archer, he's getting the goals, isn't he? He's certainly a fox in the box, we call him on commentary there, but he certainly gets the goals, doesn't he?
Listen, Jordan hasn't done an awful lot in pre-season. He certainly didn't get much game time at Boston, but he's catching up. I thought Jordan Archer hasn't got a bigger fan than me, so I thought he was poor on Wednesday, so I brought him off, but he was poor in terms of sharpness. But what we can't take away from him, if there's crosses coming in the box, he gets on the end of things. And people always look at him and go, well, because he's 6'3", that he's a number 9. He's more of a 10 than a 9. And George, we're the other way. George will link up play and he'll come short and he'll hold it up and get it out wide. But again, he is goal scorer. Then Marcus is a bit of everything. I said, so it's nice that we know that through the course of the year they will get alive and they'll start scoring. Connor needs to chip in with more goals. Niall needs to chip in. Morgs needs to chip in. Dylan, I thought when he come on for the last 15 was very, very good. And I said we've got good options going forward. We've just been a little bit of a soft touch in terms of soft goals, but we've given ourselves problems by giving away daft free kicks in and around, and we concede a lot from set plays, which direct set plays shots. So, but yeah, end of a tough week, and we've got a clear week of training, and then go to Guiseley.
Just finally, we've got Cameron Antwi in on loan till the middle of January. I think you mentioned to me it's him in the summer, didn't you? That you were after him. Tell us a bit about Cameron.
Cameron's, you can see, he's very good on the ball. There's an element of Marcus Wood about him. He's a younger version. I'm really, really grateful for Blackpool. Ben, the CEO, and Chris, the manager, have been really good. Trusted us in helping develop him. He came from Fulham, went from Fulham to Blackpool. He's really well thought of at Blackpool. I think you've seen the Twitter feeds when the fans were. He's a good footballer, and him in and around Morgs and Russ, I think he'll learn, and I think he'll kick him on a little bit.
Brilliant. Well, thanks, Liam. I know it's been a difficult week for you, but we do appreciate your time tonight, and good luck with all the things you have to do with the family.
Thanks, Rob. Cheers.